Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Hello. Hello, hello. What's up, Scott? What's up, Chris? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, boys. Guys, major thinking cap today. Oh my god. I had an epiphany today. And I just couldn't stop. Anyway, we're going to talk about it tonight. So I picked my league starter. So how did it start? Well, first of all, I got up real early, of course, because I couldn't sleep, thinking about what the hell I was going to do. And I'm like, you know what? Let me get on my Huntress. You know, I was still in Act 1. I go, let me take it for another test drive before I make a decision. Anyway, I get through it. I kill Jinwar. I'm like, okay. You know, I get to Act 2, get a couple of more skills. Okay. I'm like, you know what? Like, I got to do it. Like, this is what has been my number one thing. Let me just stick with it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So for me, like I have already researched, like I checked out a lot of, like Twister, because Twister's been popular for a while. So, you know, I've been roaming around, checking shit out, getting, you know, ideas, you know, on skills and support gems and how to do the tree. And, you know, I kind of been mapping it out. I'm kind of making my own little file on, where am I making it? Oh, Mobilytics. Because I believe I heard from someone that they're going to support the build file going over. So I'm like, okay, I didn't hear about max roll yet. I'm sure they're all going to do it, but I'm going to go with the one I know because I don't feel like doing it all. So anyway, I took all my little notes and I started. Then I'm like, okay, what am I going to do in the end game? Let me look at the ascendancies and I'm going to show you what I came up with. And that's what I kind of want to focus on. I want to focus on, okay, like the build for the campaign is basically almost set. It's going to be Whirling Slash and what the fuck? Whirling Slash and oh my god, I can't believe it's fucking on the tip of my tongue. Whirling Slash and Twister. Jesus. And what am I gonna do with the what ascendancies am I gonna pick? Then I want to have like a Sammy flair to it, you know? So I went into Canva and I just started grabbing images and I started just fucking around. And anyway, so hopefully there'll be people coming in and I'm going to get your thoughts. So, man, I probably did about, I don't know, 4 hours of just going into PoE 2 DB, looking at the skills, looking at the tags, bringing them over, bringing the images, like, and putting it all on a whiteboard, right? And I'm going to use this whiteboard to kind of like flush this out. Am I mad? Is there something wrong? Is this possible? Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Now, I don't know. So we have the whiteboard that I want to go over and get opinions on. I have my Mobilytics file that I started dumping stuff in, but I'm like nowhere near it. Like I think, well, yeah, there you go. I've only put the spear in. I haven't put any equipment. I haven't put nothing in. I put the tree in for the campaign. But again, this is all preliminary. So we have that. We have the whiteboard to review and kind of solidify if I'm going down the right road, if it's possible. There's some, you know, spirits. Am I going to have enough spirit? Like all this kind of stuff. Now, I don't know. I also want to do a Gucci customized filter. I don't know if we're going to have time. It depends on how fucked up my build is and my theory. Hey, Jamie. I've been looking at League starters, not decided yet, but I think I'll start Twister Spirit Walker. Ooh, Jamie, that's what I'm going to start. Okay, so if you're looking good, I need people like you in here, because for those that don't know, I'm very new to making my own builds, like 99% of the time, 99.5%. I think I made like a build and a half. And then when we got to the end game, someone's like, oh, Sammy, someone's making a build like this, and they linked the YouTube video. I watched it, and then I basically was, you know, trying to make that build like late end game. But still, it was a build that I started. But I want to start doing that. I had such a blast. I was like, fuck, I wish I was streaming this. Because it was like, if you guys could only have been in my head. But I'm going to try to recreate it. Because who knows? Maybe what I'm trying to do here is not going to work. Or maybe there's a better way. But I wanted to do something. It's not different, but I did want to add my own flair to it. And we'll see. We'll see what the reaction is to it. Yeah, I have similar experience. You follow build guys and then deviate from them a little bit. If I see something that could benefit me outside of the guide. Yeah. See, the problem with me is when you rely on a guide, you're literally just clicking. You're not thinking of the impact of what you're doing, right? You're just like, okay, it's telling me to do, you know, increased physical damage, adds physical damage, and you know, okay, do I got it? Yep. And you're not thinking of the implications. And so I want to do that because I can tell you something. The 3-4 hours that I spent today, just like, I learned so much, and there's so much more to learn. And I think I'm the type of person, I have to do something 3-4 times before it's here. I don't get it on the first take. So I'm hoping, and it looks like this league is going to be like, for the people that play the game and have the time. I know some people don't have the time to play so many hours a week or a day, so they can only afford one build a league. But I have the luxury of spending the evening just about, and so this league looks like it's gonna be like a 2, 3, 4 build league. So I'm hoping that this league really amps up my knowledge, you know what I mean? Hey, Tombstone. You come back to PoE, but I'm only getting 26 FPS. There's a couple of things you could do. You can go into your NVIDIA or AMD settings and prioritize. Hey, Sir Groove a lot. What's up? What's up? You can go into your NVIDIA or AMD settings and prioritize Path of Exile 2. And the other thing you can do is you can go into the settings of let me look. You can go into options, game, and you go into what is it? Renderer. So there's DirectX 11, there's DirectX 12, there's Vulkan. Now, DirectX 12 is the default. Some people in other seasons and other leagues whatever the fuck they're called, have told me that, you know, Vulkan works better for them. So you could try that out. You're going to be, Jamie, you're going to be sinking your teeth into it and try, yeah. You're on an AMD? Okay. Yeah, I've never had an AMD, so I don't know how that works. So I know with NVIDIA, you can go in game and you can set the priority on the game. Like performance or graphics, you know, I would put it on performance. The other thing you can do is set your graphic settings. Again, let me see. So like the texture quality, the filtering, the lighting, the shadow quality, drop it to like medium and low. Drop all the settings and see how it goes. It's just crashing with no reason. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I would recommend, like easy fixes. The render, try Vulkan maybe, DirectX 11. Again, not knowing your system, I'm not a techie. And then go to all the quality, like if there's ultra, high, medium, low. Go down a couple of notches and see how it goes. See what your FPS is. That's what I would say. Hey Chris, what do you think? Yeah, make sure your GPU drivers are up to date. Yep, that's a good one. Yep, that's true. Usually when computers are slow, it could be like a Microsoft update. Your drivers need an update. I haven't seen a Java update. Do those still exist? I don't think I've ever... Yeah, I don't know. So for me, when I notice my computer is going slow, I'm like, okay, automatically I go to NVIDIA, and sure enough, there's a driver update. So check your AMD, check your Windows, make sure there's no update. Clear your cache. I have a nightly ritual when I log off my computer. I do run, %temp, %temp, and Control A, delete. Then I do temp without the percentage sign on each side, and I delete. Then I do a disk cleanup. I do that every night. Have the latest adrenaline driver. Yeah, that's right. No, Java's not really a thing for desktop applications anymore. It's mostly used on some that's why, Jamie. I'm like, I remember on my computer, like there was Java updates popping up all the time. That would slow it down a little bit, but I can't remember the last time. Windows updates, they're pretty good at throwing it in your face. Hey, we're about to shut down your computer. The graphics card is the one you got to pay attention to, because that one will sit there and you won't know unless, at least for me, my NVIDIA, boom. I pop it up, I refresh, you're up to date, or nope, there's a driver, I download it, I reboot, and I'm good to go. But I always clean my temp files from my computer before I log off at night. It's just something that I've done for such a long time. That shit, literally, I just had my computer cleaned because I got a guy that remotes in, and I do it when I start seeing my computer starting to slow down, because I have an ultra wide. I have 2 monitors, but my main monitor is an ultra wide. I got all kinds of shit open, right? And then shit open on my second monitor, and I'm constantly running. So I always get him to come in, and my disk drives were defragged, or like they were fucked up, right? So he had to clean up that. He was on my computer for like 5 hours. So it's important, man. Your PC, especially if you're a gamer, like I don't want shit FPS, man. So it's like a car, man. It needs a tune-up. Gotta take care of it. C Cleaner might do that for you, cleaning up temp stuff. Oh, really, Aaron? Yeah, I do it manually. I just want to play my Ranger again. Gonna turn off anti-lag. That's always seems to be. Oh, yeah. If you have a virus software running in the background, maybe that's creating some issues. I don't know. I'm not a technician. I don't know, but okay. All right, guys. So I made the decision after me hemming and hawing last night, and so we're gonna go with Spirit Walker. We're gonna do Whirling Slash and Twister, and that's gonna take us through the campaign. I'm not not that I'm not concerned about it. To me, what I wanted to rack my brain around is, what am I gonna play? Like, what am I gonna aspire to in the end game? And that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Engine multi-threading. Yeah, guys, if you have any tips for Tombstone, do it to him. But you know what, Tombstone, I would go into your MD card, like I said. Try to see, I don't know the terminology, but see if there's any settings that you can do to improve and prioritize PoE 2. Oh, do you have your AMD selected? So your graphics, you can choose to run the game from your AMD card, not your computer CPU. So make sure you have that selected. Like my games run off of my whatever it is, 38. I think I have a 3080 Ti. So all my games run off of the graphics card. Make sure you have that. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Now go into PoE 2 and lower all the settings. Are your settings set at ultra, high? If they are, lower them. Okay, boys. I have a question for you guys. Did you guys watch the GGG interview today? I didn't. And I'm asking because if you guys have watched it, then I'll watch it off stream. But if most of you haven't watched it, then how long is it? Hold on before I open my mouth. 3 hours? No. Oh, no, it's not 3 hours. It is, okay, it looks like it starts at 1:09. Oh my God. But DM and Ghazi said they were going to be like an hour and a half. Holy shit, it's like over to, ooh, I don't know. That's going to, okay. They discussed some pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, no, I want to watch it, I'm sure. Look, DM and Ghazi, I wish they would do all the interviews. They're really, really good. Like, DM, Ghazi are good. Zizaran is good. Like, you know, it sound, you know, Ziggy D's obviously, you know, good. So, you know what? It's a little too long, 2 hours. I kind of got on late tonight, so I really want to get everyone's feedback. I'd like to get some input on where my thought process is. It was pretty awesome. Oh my God, Jamie. Okay. That is a great idea. Make sure to close any other apps running in the back. Yeah, DM is just a likable guy. I like Ghazi too, but don't watch him a lot. Yeah, DM is yeah, DM's one of a kind, man. He has such a way, like, you're very right. He's very likable. He's got a great personality. And another reason why he's so good at what he does and he's so popular and successful is he has a very smooth way of explaining things. I wish I had that talent. He's very good at explaining stuff. You know, I find with me, like I tend to ramble a lot and I tend to, you know, repeat myself over and over. Whereas he's just very consistent, one tone, does a really good, just really good at explaining things. Yeah, Adrenaline, I don't know anything about AMD cards, but Adrenaline sounds like the GPUs in sixth gear. Maybe that's where you start. I like that you have firm opinions about the game and you're not afraid to put them out. Yeah, I'm opinionated. I'm opinionated, but it comes from a good place. I hope that comes across. Like, I really do care about the games that I like playing because I want them to be I want them to be successful, because then that means I have a game to play. There's nothing worse than when all the games are bad that I like and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna play? Like, I'm horrible at, you know, I always say this, I'm bad at poker because I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So when I don't like a game or I don't like the direction it's going in, you know, I try to be professional. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you my opinion. Right on, Jamie. That's good. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, Tombstone, keep us updated. Keep firing away. Hopefully people in chat can help you out. And yeah, like the adrenaline setting, it sounds like a Ferrari in sixth gear. Okay. Where am I going here? Oh yeah, we're going here. Okay, my whiteboard. This is my whiteboard, guys. Look at this magic that I created today. Okay, let me hide that. That's my secret. That's my secret. Don't want to show that yet. Okay. So I guess I can show you. So this is basically the campaign, right? So literally everybody I researched is kind of running this one way or another, right? So can you guys see that? Yeah. Whirling Slash, Twister, Herald of Ice. Can I move this? Yeah. Herald of Ice, Freezing Mark, Warbanner. Now some of this stuff goes in and out. Again, some of this stuff you can't, you know, you gotta wait till Act 2, Act 3, but this is basically the campaign. Barrage, Thunderleap, Thunderous Leap, and Wind Dancer, okay? So this is kind of just everything that I researched and looked at other people that were, you know, have been doing Twister for a long time, or I saw that they had more than a couple of videos on it. So that's kind of like the campaign-ish, right? That's the easy stuff, because it's a pretty simple build from that. Nothing is simple, but you guys know what I mean. Whirling Slash Twister. Whirling Slash Twister. Yes, you got some other stuff that that help with like the ice tip arrows and all that kind of stuff, right? But to me, I'm like, okay, that's not gonna, like, is that good enough? Okay, no, not is it good enough. Endgame, ascendancies. What am I gonna do with the ascendancies, right? No poison or bleeding. Nope, 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 nope. That's pretty much what you've seen too, Jamie. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in, guys, because obviously you guys need to see it. But okay, so this is the ascendancy. I don't know where I got this. I think I got this from Reddit. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll zoom in But basically, if I remember correctly, okay, if you get the 3, so the vivid, the wild, so the green one, no, the yellow one is vivid, the blue one is primal bounty, and wild protector. If you get the 3, this one is free, sacred unity. Okay. Drake. Yo, the Spirit Walker's now the league start. Yes, Drake, I had an epiphany. Welcome. How you doing, Drake? I woke up very early this morning. I'm like, okay, I gotta shit or get off the pot. So I got on, you know how I was leveling the Huntress? So I was still in Act 1. So I'm like, let me just give it another test drive, right? Because I wasn't feeling good about it yesterday. So I took it for a test drive. I got past Act 1. I'm in Act 2. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick with it. I like the ascendancies. And then I had an epiphany. Okay. Once I decided this morning, okay, I'm going to do Spirit Walker. Let's look at the ascendancies and how am I going to play this in the end game? What ascendancies I'm picking? I need to know what I'm striving for. Of course, you guys would take the Tame Beast boss notable first. Ha 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 ha. No, this is my dilemma. This is why I wanted to have this deep dive on my stream tonight. Like, I did not take natural order. And I don't know if that's a mistake. So, anyway, I did a whiteboard, which is this. So, this right here, can I hide it? No, I can't. This right here is the campaign. Okay? Basic, cookie cutter. This is basically, everybody does this kind of thing for the campaign. So, I don't want to talk about that because it's pretty simple, pretty basic. My concern is, what am I going to do? And I'm going to try to share how I got to this today. Because like I was saying earlier, I spent about 4 hours on this today. I'm like, okay, I got to flesh this out. Okay, so we have finish Act 2 with Ascendancy immediately. Cheese to tame the Silverfist Monkey by Act 3. Oh my God. Okay, calm down. Calm down. That's what everybody's going to be doing. I want to do a Sammy build. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I'm already going down the road of a build that I suspect a lot of people are going to play. So I want to give it the Sammy angle on this. Because I want to learn. I was watching a video from 787 Prada earlier, and he will go with this build, but use Abyssal Lich to take advantage of a pretty juice projectile speed available for that ascendancy. Yes! In my research, I've heard of other classes that can run the Twister Whirling Slash thing, but I want to do more than that. And I really like these ascendancies from the oh my God, the Spirit Walker. So yeah, I'm gonna walk you through what I think, and hopefully you guys will either say no way in hell, Sammy, that's wrong, or you guys will validate, or we can fine tune. That's the point of tonight. All I know is if you play minions, you're not a real player. Hey, Brian, I will not play minions. I will have companions, but I won't play minions. No, I'm not a minion player. No, I'm not doing the zoo build. Okay, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, so I'm like, you can also get Tame Boss Beast, then kill Janora again because second phase is a beast. Yes, okay. Yes, Drake, I understand Tame Beast is Gucci. Okay. Let me tell you my setup. Well, what I'm thinking. I'm expecting a secret ascendancy for the Chayula monk this league. Hope it's mind-blowing. That ascendancy really needs it. Yeah. Okay, so if you get the bear, the vivid, basically if you get the green, the yellow, and the pink, yeah, right? If you get the green, the yellow, and the pink, you get Sacred Unity, which gives you Embrace of the Wild and Soaring Ground. Now, I'm thinking, fuck, this is going to be annoying. That's what I'm doing, Drake. I'm doing a hybrid. I'm still doing Whirling Slash and Twister with Companion. And this is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is getting Vivid Stampede. Vivid Stampede. Okay. Now, Vivid Stampede is the one that grants you the gain of Vivid Wisp for every 20 meters you move up to a maximum of 3. Right? And call upon spirits of the stag. You guys remember the stag? There's 3 of them, and they leap 4 times. Okay? Releasing damage, shockwave. Each time it lands, it does shock. It converts physical damage to lightning damage. Shockwave radius is 2 meters. Stags leap 4 times. And the additional effect through the quality is it increases the shockwave radius. Correct. Don't think just 5 build it. No, what's up next? No, I want to be organized this league. I want to have an efficient campaign run, and I want to have a goal for my build. Now, again, to your point, Next, shit happens where maybe we get a Gucci drop, and you alter it, and you go down another road. That's another thing, but I want to have a plan. Drake, this is what I'm getting at, man. Can I finish my thoughts? Okay. So number 1, I get Vivid Stampede. So it's the 3 stags leaping 4 times. Each time is 20% shock. Okay. Then what's number 2? I don't even remember. Then I get the Morgan's Guidance. Sorry. The Morgan's Guidance will give the stags 20% more damage per leap and 20% more shock magnitude per leap. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3, I will do Primal Bounty to do the owls, right? And Primal Bounty, empowered skills fire 2 additional projectile, the tornadoes, the twisters. Why the fuck do I keep calling them tornadoes? And then I was thinking the Matcha's Gift. Dodging can expend up to 3 owl feathers, granting Primal Bounty 100% empowerment effect for additional feather expended. Gained owl feathers 50% faster. So again, Matcha's Gift feeds into Primal Bounty, which feeds into Twister. Stag part. A stag party. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, you need 1, and the next attack releases the stag. Correct. Yes. And this is why this is good, because you can see the triggering effect of it helping Primal Bounty, therefore releasing the stag. You know what I mean? It's just the synergy here. Again, guys, jump in and tell me that I'm wrong, please. This is, I hope what I'm saying is right, but I'm new to this, right? Okay, so with that in mind, we also get, so Vivid Stampede, Primal Bounty, Wild Protector. Okay? So, once I get these 3 ascendancies, Whirling Slash, Tornado, Stags, Feathers, you follow me so far? Sounds like, it's an okay build. You know, I got Shock, right? So now I'm like, I need a Sammy, like, this is a stag party. What do we need with a stag party? We need a bang. We need like we need a big thing. So I started thinking of, isn't there also a free allocate notable change to the companions there? Yes, but because I'm only getting the 2, I'm not getting the Wild Protector. You know what? Let's double check. Let's double check. Here we go.
Hold the spirit dear. But I seek not just to hold it. I seek to become its champion. Like the Asmiri of old. I seek to become a spirit walker.
In Return of the Ancients, we're adding an ascendancy class for the Hunters.
So that's the Wild Protector.
The Spirit Walker. We covered some of this in our recent content review, but here we will dig deeper and even showcase some potential builds. Most of the ascendancy class is devoted to 3 aspects of the Spirit: Vivid, Primal, and Wild. The Vivid path conjures stampeding stags when you attack.
I'm only getting 2 of them. That's why I don't get the free one.
Vivid Stampede gives you extra damage, area coverage, and shocking capabilities.
So this is the one I'm picking.
If you want to really focus on the stags, the Morrigan's Guidance lets you create even more stampedes with even more damage, trampling your enemies into dust.
Look at all the shock.
The Primal path, meanwhile, is all about projectiles. The owl grants you boons in the form of their feathers, which can be spent to add extra projectiles to your next skill. If you'd rather unleash the occasional barrage, the Mucker's Gift lets you store up and use multiple feathers at once. And if you're really keen, the owl feathers work on spells too. For those who prefer their animal companions to be more literal, summon a Wild Protector to give your enemies a bear hug they won't soon forget. The bear is a powerful companion in its own right, and can also provide significant utility. Breaking enemy armor, maiming enemies, violent intimidating roars, and keeping itself fit to fight with its large health pool and life leech.
Does anyone know
Best
that
of all,
skill that
the bear doesn't even take up your companion slot, so you can keep your tame beast alongside you too.
That is nice, man.
The Cartha's Balance skill can take your companion's damage one step further by giving them extra damage based on your weapon. Spirit Walkers who master all 3 aspects of the spirit may attract the favor of the elusive Sacred Wisps. The Sacred Unity passive is free. It provides enhancements to all 3 skills. The stags seek out enemies and can...
Okay, guys. I'm pretty sure he says you need to get all 3. See, this is what I don't understand. Is it says on it, this passive skill is free to allocate. Oh, here you go. There it is. Okay. I knew it was somewhere. Allocate only if you have Wild, Primal, and Vivid. You need to select all 3. Okay, don't say it, Drake. I want to say my idea.
turn mid-stampede, our feather-empowered skills create a new type of ground effect, and the bear protects allies near it. Taking this node also causes all 3 skills to change appearance to reflect their sacred empowerment. The Spirit Walker has a couple of tricks up her sleeve outside of animal spirits.
They showcase the build I'm describing.
Idolatry provides massive bonuses to more minion-focused builds.
No.
And last, but definitely not least, the Natural Order passive grants Tame Beast the ability to tame bosses. Yep, all of these.
Like, this one's hard to give up,
It
though,
probably
man.
won't come as a surprise to hear that these bosses can cut through packs and bring the pain to their former friends. If you like the look of the Spirit Walker, but need some further inspiration for what to do with her, we've put together a couple of in-game builds to give you ideas, kindly made by some of our developers. First up, we have the Stormbringer. We have a standard-looking Twister build dialed to 11, where we utilize Whirling Slash and Barrage to unleash Twisters to devastate our enemies.
Yep.
We will use a combination of Barrage and our new notable Primal Bounty to create so many Twisters it more resembles a full Cyclone.
Yep.
Allocating Wild Protector, Primal Bounty, and Vivid Stampede will unlock a notable that empowers all 3, giving them more utilities and features.
Yep.
Thanks to Primal Bounty and the Mucker's
But
Gift,
I have one more
we
addition.
generate a Primal Owl Feather every few seconds that will be used when we dodge roll to empower our next projectile attack,
Yeah. this
firing
is-
more Twisters
Yeah.
and increasing their speed.
Yep. Same with mine.
But now, we want to start to empower our Wind Ruckus with the elements, gaining significantly more damage.
Yep.
To do that, we take Vivid Stampede, which grants us a Vivid Wisp every 10 meters we travel, which we can do faster by following our soaring ground. And then we expend those wisps to unleash a stampede of stag spirits. Not only do they help kill enemies, they also create shock ground.
Oh, fuck. I
There you have it. All that combined, we have our Stormbringer. And for our second build today, we have
Okay.
the Zookeeper.
It's the Zookeeper. Okay, so guys, the problem with also selecting the Wild Protector, that's now 6 points. We only get 8 points, right? So I'd have to give up. Okay, first of all, like, so I'm already going here. Let me widen this. You guys can see it better. Okay. So if I go Vivid, that's 1, 2. If I go what do I do? Wild Primal's over here. So 1, 2, 4, and 6. That's 6. Okay? Which means I'd have to drop either Morgan's Guidance. Can I path to it? Yep. Or Much's Gift. But you guys are right. By selecting those 3, we get Embrace of the Wild. We get the Sacred Unity. We get Embrace of the Wild, which the Bear Spirit allies protects the Bear Spirit's allies while they're in the presence, granting them 2% of maximum life regen. Awesome. 2%. Yeah. And 8% of the damage they would be taken by the bear. And Soaring Ground, which gives 30% increased evasion and 40% increased damage while on full life to your allies. Good night, Aaron. Alexander. Hello. Okay. So, guys, we are, according to this setup, will you guys agree there's a shit ton of shock? Right? I'm generating a shit ton of shock. Right? So so I started thinking, oh yeah, the bear, yes. Enemies so more taken from enemy. Right. So now I'm thinking, how can I benefit even more from the shock? Vivid Stampede. Can you guys see that? Here, let me. Vivid Stampede uses proc. No, Vivid Stampede used to proc cast of crit or cast of ailment. Look into maybe possible play. I wrote myself a little note, and then I went into DB and I started looking on the cast on crit shit, and then I didn't even know there was an elemental ailment one. Now it's 100 spirit. So there's cast on shock, which is 60. There's a cast on elemental ailment, which is 100. So then I'm like, okay, Vivid Stampede is 50% chance to shock. Morgan's Guidance, 20% more shock magnitude per leap. There's 3 stags, 4 leaps. So 12 leaps total. 12 leaps times 20 is 240% shock magnitude. Am I wrong? The Vivid Stampede. Now, again, we don't know how the stags are going to work, to Brian's point. Maybe they're morons, and maybe they're going to get stalled. Maybe they can get interrupted, and it's not 4 leaps. It's only 1, and the other one will do 2, and the other one, like, we don't know, right? I don't know. But everything being equal, is this a correct? Shock magnitude has a cap. What is it? Do you know, Brian? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit it, I think. Uh, 50%? What? You mean to tell me Vivid Stampede hits the cap right away? That's already a large number? Okay. Okay. So, great question. Let me put that there. No, if you're shocking for 15%, plus 200% magnitude is 45%. Okay, Brian, can you explain that? %, minus 200%? Does Vivid Stampede count as a hit, though? Otherwise, it can't crit. It is a hit, because it's not a spell. If your shock is 15% increased damage taken, increasing the magnitude 100% would double your shock increased damage 30%. Okay. Okay, Brian. So if Vivid Stampede is 50% chance to shock, and with Morgan's guidance, I'm doing 240, does that mean my chance to shock is 120%? No. All right. Yes, Drake. Beautiful. Good, good, good. Okay. We got to find the shock cap and make the calculation. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for bringing this up. This is definitely something we need to do here. Good, good. This is why I wanted to do this. Okay, so what did I... Now, again, this is all predicated on whether I can, like, I haven't even done the spirit cost yet, right? How much spirit do we get? 120. Forget about equipment. I know we can beef up spirit through equipment, but just normal campaign is 120, right? Or 100 or 120? It's 120, right? We get 120 spirit, or am I out to lunch? Isn't it 60 and 60? When we're in the end game, don't we have a total of 120 spirit? Hey, CrossFit. Okay. So, cast on shock or cast on elemental ailment. Okay, so the trigger. Now I put these two if spirit, and I think spirit is going to be a concern. Because I stopped. This is what happened today. I was going in such a row. I'm like, okay, I got to stop because I want to do this on stream. I need input. Am I going down the wrong road here? So I haven't gotten to that part yet. It's base 100 spirit from the campaign. Okay, so it's only 100 spirit. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, so one of the two casts on elemental ailment or cast on shock, and then potential gems. Lightning conduit. I found this fucking gem. It's a spell that gets procced from all the shock on the ground through the cast on ailment or cast on shock. And then the rest is just, again, just amping up the lightning and shock. I don't know if concentrated area is good, but again, I can flush this stuff out. I picked this one just because it looks fun. The name looks amazing. But like, look at this. Deals lightning damage. Limit 3 shocking rifts. 20% more damage per pulse. Like, I gotta obviously look into all this stuff. But what do you guys think? First of all, yeah, you guys that know the game will know whether this is good or not. But initial thoughts? No? No, CrossFit. May 29th. 30 spare from the King. 30 spare from Ignuk, the Bogwitch, and 40 spare from Lathara. Okay, thank you. Next. I know I butchered the names. For sure. 100% increased damage taken is the cap. Base max shock is 20%. You can increase it to 100 cap with shock magnitude. I might need something else to boost spell damage. So you're saying this could be a dud? Call down lightning to hit all... Here, let me make this bigger. Like, this got me. Call down lightning to hit all enemies in a cone in front of you, dealing significantly more damage to shocked enemies. If there is a shocked enemy in the target area, additional lightning bolts are distributed among the targets hit. Targeting close to you will cause you to jump back as you... Oh, I didn't read that. What? Like, are you guys seeing this? Whirling slash, tornado, stags, shock, cast on ailment, lightning conduit. And then I get shocked back. Am I out to lunch? Would it work? That's what I thought. I'm not seeing everybody jumping for joy here, so this is this a dud? Like, I love the idea about the automation of the cast on ailment, cast on shock. You don't think it's worth, Brian? Check the helmet. What's it called? You can wear crown of eyes. All right, let's look at it. Okay, crown of eyes. Increase DS, accuracy, attributes, fire increases and reductions to spell damage also apply to attacks. What? It's too much spirit. Fuck, I knew that was going to be the key. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, let's do the calculation. So 100 here. And then Wind Dancer is 30. War Banner, but I don't need Herald of Ice. We're definitely... Like, there's no way I'm going to have all these buffs. So that's 30, 60... 90. And you do cast on shock. Okay, that helps me because it's only 60 spirit. You're not doing any other ailments. Yes, I am. Ice tipped arrows. I'm doing cold. Like, this is where I need to flesh out if I, you know, when I do get the ascendancies, those are things that I can drop. But ice-tipped arrows does cold. That's why I went ailment. And can I and tell me tell me, Brian, tell me if this is stupid. Also, when I'm doing whirling slash, when I'm doing Twister, Twister picks up whatever element is on the ground, right? Whether it's mine or not. Correct? A 100 spirit is a lot. We get it in the campaign. Yes, Twister picks up ground effects. There you go. That skill needs to be renamed. I was thinking it would need to equip a bow. It says, no, it says right there, bow and spears. 100 is not a lot. Yeah, I agree. But what are you talking? We get 100 just by finishing the campaign. But think of the defensive buffs you're dropping for 100 spirit for a cast on skill. Well, if I were to follow this plan, I wouldn't stay to 100 spirit. Obviously, this kind of setup would need minimum 150, 190, like between 150 to 200. Oh, it's called ice tip arrows. Yes, yes. I would need a ton of spirit. Yeah. Yeah, get it on the amulet. Where can we get spirit, guys? Amulet, which gets pricey. We can get it on the chest piece, right? We can get it on a scepter, but I don't have the room for it. You can get it on the chest? Yeah. Anyway, you're right, Brian. Like, it's definitely something that needs to be managed for sure. Amulet and chest and scepter. I think that's it. Ooh. Is there a way we can, let's see. Items. Items. No. Items. Flask. Okay. Isn't there a search? The fuck is this? Okay, here you go. Spirit. Okay, there are a couple of shields that have it. Amulets, chest pieces. Oh, there's an idol. Oh, but that's a scepter. There's some nodes on the tree? Really? Okay. Like, so looks like the max looks like it's on the high end on a chest piece looks like 50 on the high end. Like amulet is not much. I think it's 15. Yeah, max is 15, I think. Like, I think 150, 180, like, it's doable. It requires some work. I'm just of the mindset that meta gems in PoE 2 are traps, rarely worth it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Anyway, all great comments, and so this is what I was thinking, and that's where I stopped. And of course, the meta gems. Maybe I don't do this. I want something on top of this. I want to synergize all the shock that I'm creating. Alphas. I want to speak it out. Okay, one sec. Why is it not typing here? No, this is good. You guys are going to help me. Alphas howl. Here we go. Jamie, this is what you're saying. Increased evasion rating. Oh my god. 100 spirit. Boom. Okay. Hey, man. Fucking evasion rating is good too. And it's got cold res. You are losing, you know, you're losing some stuff by taking this. But if you want to be optimistic, you can also say with the 100 spirit, you're freeing up the, excuse me, the affixes on the amulet and chest piece. You wouldn't no longer need to do it. Your favorite helmet, Alexander? Pretty solid, unique. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, shit. Hold on. Want to grab this. Konbanwa. Lenendov-san. What's it called again? Alphas. Where's Jamie? Alphas Howl. Unique helm for spirit. Okay, boom. All right, let's put that in the dock. Let's Jesus. Let's put that in the dock. Let's put that in the document. I'm gonna put that right here. All right. Just so I don't forget. It might also be improbable with the new leak mechanic to add some ruin ward to it. Improbable? You mean probable? You mean probable? Okay. Hey, IH4, welcome. It rained yesterday, so we had a meeting instead of working. 4-day weekend, baby. Yeah, it's raining like it rained all day today. All day. Okay. Drake. Fire. You meant improbable? Yeah, probable. Got it. All right. I need to go watch Mathos patch notes. Wine and cheese tradition. Good luck, Sammy. Thank you, Brian. Thanks, brother. Thanks for the input, man. Thank you. Okay, Drake, what do you got? Remember, guys, this this idea of mine doesn't take natural order. Yeah. Same build, but no cast on meta gem. You tame a beast with burn if ground. With what? Burn if? You use ice-tipped arrows. Yep. Got it. Stag shocks everything. Ice-tipped twister chills everything. Yep. Burn INF ground. Twister burns everything. Burn. What is burn? What? Then you use elemental sundering to consume everything in AoE and explode everything. I like explosions. Elemental sundering. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Place your spear into the ground to emit a pulse that consumes freeze, shock, and ignite. Okay. On a number of nearby enemies, allies, and corpses. The pulse itself deals no damage, but each element consumed causes an explosion of the corresponding elemental damage. Oh, baby! Converts 100% physical damage to cold. Cannot inflict freeze, shock, or ignite. 50% more damage with hits for pulse originating. Converts 100% of physical damage to fire. Converts 100 physical damage to lightning. Cannot inflict freeze, shock, or ignite. Explosion radius 1.6 meters. I like your style, Drake. So it's AoE, melee, lightning, cold, fire, nova, payoff. Okay, but how would my whirling slash, ice tip, twister, elemental sundering? That's a lot of buttons. It's a nuke though. Free screen clear. What's the single target like? Keyboard macro for the win. It deals more damage against uniques. All right. So we got a potential here. We got to put this on the board. We're spitballing right now. We're spitballing here. All right. So elemental sundering. Gem. Save. Let's go to the board. And we'll put it over here as potential. Yeah, Troy. I'm hashing it out. So, just as a quick recap, I picked the Spirit Walker, and we were gonna do Vivid, Primal, Much's Gift, and Morgan's Guidance. So basically the Stag's Shock, right? So then I thought, okay, I'm doing all this shock magnitude through the Vivid Stampede. Why don't I do a meta skill? Cast on Shock, cast on Elemental Ailment, and then that procs Lightning Conduit. So because I'm shocking, there's so much shocking magnitude and ground, this will proc Lightning Conduit, which call down lightning to hit all enemies in a cone in front of you, dealing significant more damage to shocked enemies. But many people in chat are saying that the meta skills just is up. It's a high cost to pay, spirit wise and other things, right? So Drake is suggesting Elemental Sundering. I remember when WoW had a macro editor built in so you can program the piano. Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. What's this guy's name? Watch the video. Okay. What's the guy's name? HUD? HUD King? Oh, there it is. Spud the King. Spud the King. Let's see what this guy's got. Videos. Is it this one? Lightning Spear? No. Druid. What am I checking out? If you check beta for the skill demo vid on Elemental Sundering, oh, here it is.
Elemental Sundering consumes all elemental ailments from everything around you. Enemies, allies, even corpses. It causes an explosion for each ailment consumed. Elemental Sundering consumes all elemental ailments from everything around you. Enemies, allies, even corpses. It causes an explosion for each ailment consumed.
There's a little bit of a delay for the explosion, though.
So you want to play Pass of Exile 2 and clear enemies with one button, destroy bosses in seconds, and play as any Hunter's Ascendancy, Amazon, Ritualist or Spirit Walker, then you're in the right place, as you can see. Today I will show you great leveling build that will clear everything in campaign. It also will be pretty good starter and it scales really nice into the end game. But as always we start in Riverbank. Our starting weapon is Spear, that got range attacks.
Is this
as well
the video,
as melee.
guys?
And this is one one-handed weapon, therefore you can get Buckler in your offhand.
Thanks,
That will
Drake.
add defenses as well as ability to block. This ability called Parry, and after you parry enemy, you can inflict a lot more damage to them. But don't worry, you need to be skilled to play Huntress. We want to use...
I don't know. You guys recommend a video and no one confirms if that's the video. That doesn't look like it. I'm not going to play Lightning Spear. I'm already going to do... Like, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to stick with the Twister, Whirling Slash. Only thing I got to figure out here is what am I going to put on top of the Vivid Stampede, the Primal Bounty. And I guess if I want to get the Sacred Unity, I got to do Wild Protector as well. The problem with that is that's 6 points. We have a total of 8, as you guys know. So that leaves me like, so 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. Plus we get Sacred Unity for free when we pick all 3, which comes with great, you know, Embrace of the Wild and Soaring Ground. But I need to get Morgan's Guidance, which is another 2 points. Boom, I'm done. So I'm not taming I'm not getting, there's no option for Natural Order. I don't care about idle Altry, however the frig you pronounce it. I don't care about that. I don't care. Well, Katha's Balance, you know, companions deal additional attack damage equal to 60% of your main hand weapon damage. You know, that's good. Like, much as gift, I'd be giving up, like, and hence the issue, right? Like, if I get all 3 and Morgan's Guidance, because I want the Stags to do more shock, that's it. I'm out. 1, 2, and basically, oh God, basically it does this. I'm doing 3, right? I'm going Wild Protector, which gives me that 1, 2, 3, and now it's just a matter of, okay, where do I spend my 4th one? Like, additional projectiles, I wanted to do for the Twister. But then I'm losing the feathers. Well, you can't have it all, Sammy. Or I forget about that and I just go Natural Order. Can I do that? No, yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah, I can path there. I don't need to grab anything. It goes right to it. So Vivid Stampede is 1, 2. That's the first ascendancy. Second ascendancy, we go Morgan's Guidance, which is over here, which is after Stampede. So perfect. 4. And then where's 3? Vivid, Wild Protector, the bear. That's 6. Great. I path right to it. There's nothing, no prerequisite. And yeah, then I do Natural Order last. And Natural Order, you're going to want to get the beast that you get. You're going to want a high-end one, which requires you, well, your 4th ascendancy, you're going to be in the end game anyway. You're not going to do for a while. So you're going to want a Gucci beast. You're not going to just want a regular entry-level beast. So, for example, Silver Fist, I don't know. Where are we going to find the top-end Silver Fist? On some sort of map, I guess. A tier 16 map. I don't know. So that's an option. But I'm losing the additional projectiles. and the feathers. Now, what can also blow this out of the water is the Vivid Stampede. If the stags are shit, yeah. Like if they get interrupted, if they don't complete their 4 leaps, yeah. Yeah. What happened here? What happened to my Vivid Stampede? Whatever. And this one, this, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Jesus. What other options are there? Shock chain arrow.
Shock Chain Arrow will hone in on shocked enemies. Upon hitting one, a shockwave will be released and a lightning beam will chain to another target.
Is it just for bows?
This chain can continue
Yeah,
as long as there
just
are
for
more
bows.
shocked monsters to target.
Just for bows. Let's see here. Is there anything in here that has... Oh, here's lightning. What's magnetic salvo? Aim skyward? Ah, it's fucking bows. Stormcaller arrow. Yeah. So it's bows and spears. Those are bows. Barrage's bows and spears. How about you guys are not fans of the meta skills? It's gonna, well, why would I Why wouldn't I just apply it myself? Hey, Charles. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm going to watch it later. Yeah, it's chilled ground. Like I actually had it. Where did I have it? I have it over here, right? Yeah. I have it here, but like I think it's like a. How long is it? It's like 2 hours, isn't it? $109. That's longer. Jesus. Yeah, it's over 2 hours. Yeah, DM and Ghazi are good. It's a good interview when they talk to GGG. It's always good. Okay, this is the guy you told me had. Boy. Holy shit. But yeah, this is a lightning spear. No, I'm not doing lightning spear. What the fuck? Here we go. Path of Exile 2, Best Twister, Spirit Walker, League Starter Guide. Melts everything. Why Spirit Walker is strong. How stacking might be. Items that might be insane. Why I'm playing Twister. Okay, he's basically going over what I'm going over right now. Let's give it a
will help
year.
significantly with our clear time and with single target DPS, as well as more projectiles we're going to be sending out, free access to shocked ground, and the best thing about this is Whirling Slash and Twister are untouched in the patch notes, so we're going to be even stronger than we were previously before, thanks to all the new tools that 0.5 is introducing. Before we get into this League Start video, if you guys do enjoy this type of content and you like what I'm doing here on the channel, consider hitting a like on the video and a subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps me out immensely. It also helps the YouTube algorithm, and currently that is the best way to support me. Also should be live streaming right now on YouTube and Twitch. Link for that will be in the description as well as the comment section of the video. All right, let's get right into it. So first I want to talk about the Spirit Walker Ascendancy tree and why I personally think it's the best ascendancy to go for on Twisters. So So the Spirit Walker Ascendancy basically is built around Twisters, giving us free access to shocked ground, which frees up running like Wake of Destruction boots, as well as a lot of additional projectiles and increased projectile speed, which are honestly like the main scaling factors of Twister, allowing us to get an insane amount of increased clear speed and damage, since projectile speed will allow more multi-hitting, more bouncing off terrain. So the way we're going to be getting all those additional projectiles and projectile speed is through Primal Bounty on the Ascendancy. This basically allows us to gain a Prime Owl Feather every 4 seconds, up to a maximum of 3, and then whenever we dodge roll, we'll expand a feather, which will empower our next projectile scale, granting us 2 additional projectiles and 68% increased projectile speed. So that in itself is super strong for a 2-point Ascendancy node, but the 4-pointer after that is absolutely absurd. Matcha's gift basically allows us to spend up to 3 owl feathers when we dodge roll instead of 1, which is really nice since we'll get the full effect since we can only have a max of 3 feathers.
Yep.
And this will basically also allow us to get 100% more empowerment effect per additional feather expanded, and will allow us to gain them 50% faster. So every 6 seconds we'll have max feathers, gaining all that increased projectiles and projectile speed. So my understanding of how much this gift actually works is at max 3 feathers we have 6 additional projectiles, and I think like 136% increased projectile speed. Since we're basically expanding the first one, we won't have any additional effect. The second feather will have 100% more effect, and the third feather will have 200% more effect. So at max feathers and all that, we'll have 12 additional projectiles and like 270% increased projectile speed, which will allow us to get an absurd amount of increased damage, as well as more multi-hitting, more clear speed and all that, and it's going to be just absolutely absurd. And that's not even pairing anything else on the Spirit Walker Ascendancy. We're also going to be gaining shots ground, like I said, through Vivid Stampede, since we're going to be doing a 2-pointer into that. This is going to basically just allow our attacks to trigger Vivid Stampede, which will then they'll leap, leaving shots ground, which is really nice for that. We're also going to be doing the last 2 points into Bear Wild Protector. The bear itself doesn't really do a whole lot for us, but since we get all the animals, this will trigger Sacred Unity, giving all of our animals an additional effect. So our owl feathers now will leave soaring ground with each of our projectiles, and since we're sending out like 15, 16 or more projectiles with Twister, we're going to have basically the full screen be covered with soaring ground. While standing on soaring ground, we're getting 40% increased damage on full life, as well as 30% increased evasion rating, which is super nice for us. We're also going to be having our Vivid Stampede leap towards enemies, so kind of like auto tracking, which is really nice for that shocked ground. And then our bear will grant us 2% of our max life regenerated, as well as causing 8% of the damage we would.
Shit, you know what? That is a very good point. Sacred Unity, Vivid Stags leap towards enemies. That's very fucking important. So I wonder, without Sacred Unity, what is the play with the stags? Like what their behavior is like without Sacred Unity. Do they just run from where the player is standing? You know what? Let's see if we can see it.
Mountain-born hold the spirit dear, but I seek
We're fucking
not
doing
just to
some
hold
CSI investigation right
I
now, guys.
seek to become its champion, like
Pay
the
attention to
Asmiri
the
of old.
positioning of the player
I seek to become
and the direction of the
spirit walker.
stags. Mind you, I think the bear is first that they show.
In
Yeah.
Return of the Ancients, we're adding an Ascendancy class for the Hunters, the Spirit Walker. We covered some of this in our recent content review, but here we will dig
Fucking
deeper
bear is
and
like-
even showcase some
The
potential
bear is in
builds.
fucking. The player's in Act 2 and the bear's in Act 1.
Most of the Ascendancy class is devoted to 3 aspects of the Spirit: Vivid, Primal, and Wild.
Let's go. Let's see Vivid
The
here.
Vivid path conjures stampeding stags when you attack. Vivid Stampede gives you extra damage, area coverage, and shocking capabilities.
I think it's.
If you want to really focus on the stags,
think it's the direction of the
Morrigan's
player.
guidance lets you create even more stampedes with even more damage, trampling your enemies into dust. The Primal path, meanwhile, is all about projectiles.
Where the fuck is it? Let's read the tag here. Call upon spirits of the stag, sending them leaping forward. Each stag releases a damaging shockwave each time it lands, and any stag that travels the maximum possible distance also leaves behind shocked ground. So the fact that they mention that means that a stag may not get. So each stag, there's 3 of them, do 4 leaps. You can take this that it implies not each stag is going to get to the 4th leap. Converts 60% fizz damage to lightning, 50% more chance to shock. Shockwave radius is 2 meters. Stags leap 4 times. Shock ground duration is 4 seconds. And then the additional effect from the quality of the gem goes to increased meter to shockwave radius. Yeah, the way I read this, what would prevent a stag from not getting to the 4th leap? Okay, that's another question too, man. What are we watching? Yeah, we're watching this video. The other thing, guys,
Stampede gives you extra damage, area coverage, and shocking capabilities.
1, 2, 3.
If you want a real primal and wild,
I want to see if
the
there's
Vivid
any
Path
stag that
conjures
doesn't make
stampeding
it.
stags when you attack.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Vivid Stampede gives you extra damage, area
1,
coverage,
2,
and
3,
shocking
4.
capabilities.
1, 2.
If
They
you
all
want to
look like they
really
go to
focus on the
4.
stags, the Morrigan's Guidance lets you create even more stampedes with even more damage, trampling your enemies
1,
into dust.
2, 3, 4.
The Primal Path, meanwhile, is all about projectiles. The owl grants you boons in the form of their feathers, which can be spent to add extra projectiles to your next skill. If you'd rather unleash the occasional barrage, the Mucker's Gift lets you store up and use
Okay. Like, no, we gotta take primal. We gotta take vivid, wild, primal. That gets us sacred. And then I gotta pick my poison. Like, I go Morgan's for the shock magnitude with the stags, because stags will deal 20% more damage per leap, and stags also have 20% more shock magnitude. If I want to make this play. Now, if I don't make that play that we were talking about earlier, you know, I could go Machas. Oh shit. Damn, I didn't want to do that. Doesn't matter, I can move them anyway. Just to get more twisters with the owls, or just take whatever primal's gonna give me with the additional projectiles, which is not going to be as much with the matcha, and go. Or maybe what we do is I'll do both. I'll go matcha. And then once we know we can handle it, maybe I just take matcha off and I go natural order. It's going to take us a while to find a good unique beast. Or maybe we just keep matcha until we come across the unique beast, which is probably going to be Silver Fist, I think. Like, Crypt did a video on that, and initially his thoughts was that Silver Fist, according to his research, is the one that's going to be the best one. Again, on the information we have. If I understood his video correctly. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but I think that's what he was conveying. So I can kind of put this right here. I'll start here and then go here. Like, I think Wild Protector, I don't care. I don't really care about the quality effects from the gem, like, because I'm not gonna have minions. I like the Leech's life, but Leech has been fucking gutted. He doesn't count towards your companion count. Only thing is, this is hard to give up. If I don't take the Wild Protector, I lose this. Yeah. Okay. Stuff to consider.
Would take to instead be dealt to them, which is nice for another defensive layer. So all this combined is basically exactly what you're looking for Twister. We're gaining so much damage off the owl feathers for the additional projectiles.
It sounds like he's not taming no beast.
And comparing this with other ascendancies like Deadeye, for example, on Deadeye, yes, the frenzy charge stacking is going to be more consistent, as well as the chance to double that, but also it's a chance to double your frenzy charges, so you're not gaining it 100% of the time, as well as that's pretty much all you're getting. You're not getting projectile speed. You're not really getting a whole lot of increased damage either from Deadeye. So in my opinion, because of that, this is the best ascendancy to go for. Plus it's new, right? You're going to have new effects. You're going to have new visuals thanks to Soaring Ground and all that. So overall, Spirit Walker is just going to be absolutely insane for Twisters. So how does leveling feel with Twister? In my opinion, it feels super smooth. You do a lot of damage and your clear is amazing as well. And this should allow you to get the maps quicker. I also have a mobalytics guide that has all the leveling stuff in here for all the acts.
For anyone that played Twister, like in my opinion, it takes a while to ramp up. Like
while going through the story, the link for the mobalytics
6, 7, 8 levels are
video. Like I said, I feel super smooth while going through and leveling the build. You have some crazy amount of damage and AoE as well. So overall, you should be able to get the maps pretty quick. There's also some new stuff that is unknown, but might be really giga juicing the build, specifically with the new Calgarian stuff. So for example, there's Runic Ward, which it looks like you can just pretty much go to rune forging, throw any like armor piece in, and you can gain a specific amount of Runic Ward. It looks like it sacrifices a portion of your defensive layer, like evasion, armor, whatever you have on that piece.
Yeah, Runic Ward is...
There's also some pieces of gear as well that are uniques that can be transferred into more Runic Ward and other scenarios like that we can gain a lot more access to it. There's also new Runic Ward runes and other socketable items as well that'll give us more like % increase Runic Ward and other stuff like that. So the reason why I mention it is, one, it seems like a really strong defensive layer, but two, there is new Calgarian skills as well in the game and support gems that look like we could access Runic Ward. There's new breach stuff as well with the Genesis tree crafting, allowing us like for this unique items, etc. that could be kind of OP for the build. So for the Ascendancy Natural Order, there might be a unique tame beast out there that's really OP for us. We don't exactly know what all the unique tame beasts do. So again, I don't know if all of them are going to be minion related, or if one or two of them for the unique tame beast will affect us, right? It'll give the player more bonuses in some sort of way. So there might be something out there with unique tame beast that might kind of give more DPS overall than going with all three of the animals into Sacred Unity. So there's something to look out for that whenever we get full info on all the unique tame beasts. There's also new delirium oils that we're going to be able to use on like jewel crafting. So we should be able to get a lot better jewels now and have more easy access to them, which obviously will improve the build early on, especially since getting, you know, really good jewels is kind of hard once you're getting to a certain point. But this should allow us to get a lot better jewels more quickly, as well as more things here that we can do to our amulets that we again don't really know the full extent to, so we kind of have to wait for that. There's also these new runes that you can get as well that we don't know all of them. There's a lot of new items coming in, right? There's like
a lot of new items.
Ones. There is
a lot of new items, a lot of different ways to craft. It's gonna be giga juicy.
those ones that give you a chance to fire.
It looks like
arrow.
it is anyway.
So I'll assume there's sort of some sort of spear ones and, you know, stuff like that we can run that again might give us a lot of nice stuff for the build, but we have to wait for all the info on these to be found out. There's also a ton of unique items being brought in. I think there's over 40 of them. A lot of them we don't know what they do. I think we only know about 15 or 20 of the unique items right now. So there's unique items, for example, like Lore Weave, we have no clue what they do. Darkness, Val Piercer, right? There's so many uniques right now that we don't know what they do.
Yeah, the single target Troy,
so there could be some really cool uniques that will really benefit the build. I mean, Mage Blood is probably guaranteed to be one of the chase items that we're going to be running on our build.
That's why, to be honest with you, that's why I want something on top of this. Right? I want something on top of these ascendancies. Like, I'm already going to be doing Whirling Slash. I'm already going to be doing Twister, Ice Tip Arrows. Like, that's why I wanted something procced, you know what I mean? That's why I was thinking about, you know, the meta gem, Cast on Shock and Cast on Elemental Ailment, but I guess Cast on Shock is the play, but yeah. You know, because I don't know. I really liked the description on this skill. Oh shit, let's look at it. Fuck. That's what I forgot to do. Let's see if there's a... Yeah, here we go.
Lightning Conduit calls down lightning upon enemies in front of you. If an enemy is shocked, this skill will deal even more damage. Target close to your character to dodge backwards as you cast.
Like, I potentially with this setup am fucking doing so much shock as this quick calculation here. Write this down so you don't forget it. Twilight Zone episode, Paladin of the Lost Hour. I watch it every Memorial Day. Lenindove, you guys have Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day's on Monday for you guys, right? Yeah. Yeah, we had ours last Monday. Canadians do it first. What other play? All right. Oil Barrage. Spirit Walker. Wow. Oh, here's the video that I watched from Crip. This is the one where his Tame Beast theory for Spirit Walker. I'm pretty sure it was Silver Fist. Twister Deadeye Broken. Okay. Spell totems. Yeah, totems are going to be a fucking... Why Oracle is the best Twister Ascendancy. Insane scaling. Unmatched survivability. Endgame boss smelter. All content destroyer.
All right, my friends, look, the build survived. I'm excited about it. Next league, 0.5 is going to be absolutely insane for us if you've been following my build. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Sube and Prada are going to make really good builds to get you guys to farm up to make a build like this. But once you get certain pieces, which if you've been following my previous videos, you know. If you know, you know, right? I'm not.
What's the guy's name? 7 guys. What's Prada's tag? 7 something? 787? Prada? Is that him? Yeah. Oh, he's doing Lich. Those thumbnails looking as cheesy and bait. Ah, Sir Groove-a-Lot. You gotta do, man. Fucking YouTube.
Really want to do anything to make it any more
I
easy
hate
than
that
it would
YouTube.
normally
You
be on
gotta
League
do that.
Start.
All this
We literally
cheesy,
have the worst
cheesy
gear
shit,
in
man.
human
It's
history.
I hate it.
So if I can get through the campaign with this, then you should be all right. This is what we're working with.
Thank you,
we're also
Amal.
unascended.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Because we start with a Lich, we lose these first however many points, and we end up getting the power a little bit later from over here. We pretty much just wrap over here. I'm going to have a link in the description that's going to have the leveling process.
Wow, he wrapped all the way
again,
around to
I
the
mentioned it in my
Huntress
previous
starting
video,
point.
but this character is not fast to maps, okay? It is probably the slowest way you can play Twister on a league start, but the mapping version of the character, once you get into maps, this is the best version of Twister. I played all of them. I don't really care about my campaign time particularly. I play the entire league, so I'm not concerned about day one. This is pretty much like a guarantee that you're going to be slower to maps than others. So if that's something that concerns you,
I'm already
I don't know what
slow,
to tell you.
Prada.
A better player wouldn't be concerned with this anyways. You're just going to play the fastest shit possible and make a second character regardless, so ignore this element. If you're a newer player, I'm not sure I would recommend this character to you on a league start. If it's like paramount and pivotal that you get through the campaign, you know, in a quick amount of time because you're not familiar with the market or something, totally understand. So I'm just getting that out of the way within the first 2 minutes. Full transparency. Which for Twister is the worst version of Twister in the campaign? It's not even close, right? There aren't even an ascendancy node worth getting, but yeah, now that we've made it through the campaign, immediately the first thing we would do when we get into our maps is go ascend to Abyssal Lich. So we would have to go do a little Secamus run, get our ascendancy point, and then immediately you're going to take a Kulamak trial and go kill Kulamak to the east. So if you're not familiar with that, I'm going to show a clip of it.
I'm
right
just
after
curious
this.
on how
Basically,
he's
you can't
building
fail
this.
the trial. So in the new Atlas, I can't show you this yet because it's not in the game.
When you first encounter one in the endgame, you'll get a quest that leads you to the east, where you will find these mega abyss cracks in the earth leading away from the Well of Souls.
Okay.
All the maps along the cracks will contain abysses with special properties, and mapping along these cracks will close the Atlas scale abysses, giving you points for the Abyss Atlas tree. At the end of each Atlas abyss,
And he's going to give you this prompt There's going to be a prompt that says like touch the abyss or something.
I actually
when you're on
did this.
Regular lich, right? You're going to be on a regular lich when you go in here.
I fought that.
All you have to do is click that
boss.
prompt, and it's going to ascend you into Abyssal Lich. And again, this entire character is centric around this node that is specific to this secret ascendancy that you can only get from this trial. So I'll get back into the rest of the video, but that's how you ascend to Abyssal Lich. And I'm sorry if this took really long to explain. I don't want to miss anything so that somebody feels left behind on a league start. So forgive me for that. If you already know how to do this, just skip ahead. That Trial of Kulamak is how you get your Ascendancy. And the reason we play the Ascendancy is because once the character is online, we have increased projectile speed, and there are no conditions for it. So instead of your character's twisters moving this fast, let me disable all of these. Instead of your twisters moving at regular speed, this is how they move for every character that isn't that new Ascendancy. Which is obviously like worse for your clear because the slower your projectiles are moving, you know, the less likely they are to hit enemies far away, less likely they are to re-hit a boss in the boss room.
Yep.
Your projectiles move this fast. That is the entire reason we're playing Abyssal Lich. Just a brief rundown of the character.
Wow.
Once you've ascended to Abyssal Lich, you have access to this Umbra Well node, so you first must be a Lich, and then you kill Kulamak, or you can't fail. And then you ascend to Abyssal Lich, it unlocks this special node. This is a secret ascendancy. So for every skeletal sniper you have, you get 15% increased prod speed. In our case, we have 15 skeletal snipers, so 15 times 15 is 225, and then you multiply that by 1.4, which is 315. Because of this funny little support
Okay,
gem
he's doing
right
it.
here.
He's doing Lich because of the
1.4x
projectile
multiplier is
speed,
done to your projectile speed, increases and reductions to projectile
which
speed
is more
also
damage.
apply to projectile damage to supported skills. Obviously, this is like a fully geared super
Holy
endgame
shit,
character.
look at those
But
things
if you look
go.
at the difference in my tooltip, 131,000 versus 210,000, and you get the added benefit of all the projectile speed. So that's the entire reason we play the character. In our case, we have 355 because we have some from other sources, but
Okay,
that
does he
is the
have,
reason we
showcase?
have these fast-moving projectile league. This is what it's going to look like.
Let's see what you got, Prada. Looks good,
It's like
bro.
impossibly fast projectile speed.
Oh my god.
It has like the best clear in the game because Scatter and Calamity is getting nerfed. So
What's the single damage like?
this is what you're gonna have, you know, day 4, day 5, because all you need to do this is get your Ascendancy and stack Spirit. So obviously the damage doesn't matter. We're in the campaign, but yeah, this is how the build works. And this is a pretty bad area to show you, too, because these
pretty
projectiles
big.
don't return on this map. But yeah, this is what it looks like. But I don't want to yap your ear off. I don't want to talk for too long. I know in the past I've said I'm never going to make a campaign guide. So many people have asked for it that, like, the issue before was that if you make a campaign guide, you make it too handholdy.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. I have no clue how to build my league starter. What are you debating, Sir Groove a lot? You know, I'll share one thing, because, you know, I'm very new to making my own build, as you guys know. But I have to say, actually getting into the details kind of flushes it out for you. Like me running this exercise this morning and then stopping because I wanted to do the rest of it on stream tonight. Like, the process kind of guides you through it, and you'll say, no, I don't like that. And it'll take you like, I guess what I'm getting at is eventually, you know, researching everything and looking into it, you'll kind of find your way, if that makes any sense. Martial artist or spirit walker? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. I gotta say, ooh, excuse me, martial artist fucking looked fucking insane. Where is it? God damn, it looked good. Here we go.
A path. But through discipline and training, I have forged my own.
In Return of the Ancients, we're adding the third Ascendancy class for the Monk, the Martial Artist. The Martial Artist took his training into his own hands and has spent decades mastering his proficiency of hollow techniques, building his body into the ultimate weapon.
Looks so good.
The Monk may still walk the Dreamer's path, but the Martial Artist redefines how, mostly by punching things very hard. Let's take a look at what he has to offer, starting with his exclusive skills. Hollow Focus rings a death knell for your foes. Ethereal bells constantly appear around you, and hitting them causes them to shatter with a powerful shockwave. These bells can always be killed and are always primed for stun, so using them with Killing Palm and Staggering Palm is ultra useful. These bells are also always critically hit. Why does that last bit matter? Well, Hollow Resonance thrives on critical hits. The final step for the bell-centric part of the Martial Artist is strapping a bell to your back, which will ring out whenever you critically hit an enemy, delivering damage around you. Both of these bell skills are also quite good at stunning, which will come in handy later. If you prefer keeping your distance from the fray, Hollow Form lets your astral projections do the dirty work for you. While channeling, you constantly spawn clones of yourself that attack with skills of your choice. You can also spend power charges to spawn triple the clones, for maximum damage and maximum ruckus. And for the three of you who are thinking, but what about shapeshifting? Enjoy your meditating wolf. Of course, the martial artist has plenty to offer besides new skills, such as taking pride in his Ezomite training by tattooing runes into his flesh.
Unbelievable.
Runic Meridians gives you 5 extra rune sockets to play with. Perfect for all the new runes you can find in the Runes of Elder League. If you want to focus on chaining together attacks, Martial Adept and Martial Master are tailor-made for you, generating massive amounts of combo to spend on things like these, and protecting you while you do it. Remember how I mentioned being good at stunning might come in handy? Way of the Mountain covers you in a stony carapace when you immobilize enemies. The stacks are easy come, easy go, but provide massive benefits, causing your attacks to deal a lot more damage, and reducing the damage you take from smaller hits to a tickle. Last, but certainly not least, let's put on some nice normal gloves and... wait, what the heck are these? Way of the Stone Fist transforms any gloves you equip into fists of stone until you take them off. These gloves grant truckloads of evasion and energy shield, but more importantly, they transform the explicit modifiers on the gloves you equip, and yes, it works on everything. This, that, and yep, even these. Needless to say, there's a lot to discover about this one. So that's what the class can do, but how does it come together in practice? We've got a couple of endgame builds to show you to demonstrate the might of the martial artist. First up, the snowbound executioner wields a big staff, bells, and a very well-toned body to ice out his foes. Shattering Palm and Herald of Ice mow down packs of enemies and continuously trigger the shockwaves of both our bell skills. Because we're constantly freezing enemies, we're generating lots of Mountain's teaching stacks to keep the damage flowing and protect us while clearing. And we're also taking full advantage of Way of the Stone Fist with this monstrous pair of gloves. Against tougher targets, we switch to Ice Strike and deploy even more bells per second with a Temper spell. Our cooldown reduction also allows Hollow Resonance to trigger as frequently as possible for even more damage.
Jesus.
If you'd rather a little more fisticuffs, we've got a banger of a Hollow Palm Technique build for you here. If you didn't know, Hollow Palm Technique is a keystone on the regular passive tree that turns your fists into weapons in their own right, so it's perfect for martial artists. This particular build uses Staggering Palm's avalanche of projectiles to power up its whirling assault, and also gets great use out of Way of the Mountain thanks to how much it stuns enemies. But the centerpiece of the build is Hollow Form, and the huge benefits it gets from power charges. While clearing, we can rely on Killing Palm's inbuilt power charge generation. But what to do about bosses? Well, we've made sure Killing Palm can handle those too, with Culmination and Aelith's Chimes providing a power charge engine, and Martial Adept cranking it into overdrive. Which means, when a boss crosses your path, you can just do this. It is clear to see the martial artist is a well-disciplined powerhouse. So, which path will you choose?
There's a lot of paths, guys, to choose from. A lot of paths. It's going to be a fun league, I hope. Yeah. It's going to be a fun league. Calling it. All right, peeps. We are going to call it. Okay, I better save this document. File, save. I want to thank everyone that chimed in. You guys have definitely given me more to consider. And yeah, I guess depending on IRL tomorrow, if everything goes good, we'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully. And I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start filling out my Mobalytics file here, so I'll have something to bring over in game. I pretty well got the tree done. I just want to put everything else, all the skills, the support gems. I don't know. Is that kind of be boring? Anyway, we'll play it by ear. Maybe I can just do that off stream. I don't know if people want to see me entering shit in here. Anyway, okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. And I hope you've picked your league starter. If you haven't, you better get crack-a-lackin'. We are what? We're 6 days away, boys and girls. 6 days away from May 29th. I will be streaming it all weekend long. Make sure you come back and tune in. And anyway, if you don't, hope you have a great league start if you're playing. And hope you have a great one. All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for watching. And hope to see you next time. Good night.